Hello and welcome to the Aussie YouTube Hop. This is the Spring or Halloween YouTube Hop brought to you in October 2017, and I'm so glad to be involved. Our sponsor this time is Antivera Scrap and Craft. Please consider supporting our sponsor by shopping at her amazing online store, links below. By supporting our sponsors, we're able to continue these giveaways that we bring to you every time we do a hop. So today, what I thought I would do is bring you an art journal spread that I do. Every month I do a gorgeous challenge in my traveler's notebook, and for October I thought I would do a Halloween one, and I thought I would kill two birds with one stone by doing a Halloween and a gorgeous art spread today. So this is the stamp that I'm going to be using today. This is the Santoro rubber stamps called Piracy. I love these gorgeous girls. This is one of the big ones. The new release this year is of the big gorgeous girls. And look how big she is. She's as big as a handspan. I'm just taking her out of the box for the first time, and I'm having a look at all the elements. Some really, really gorgeous things, and that little postage stamp one on the side there. Look how big she is. She is so beautiful. So as soon as I saw her, I thought that I would do a girl trick-or-treating wearing a pirate's costume because Pirates of the Caribbean is her favorite show. This is the previous one I did last month was a spring themed one for me. So look how big she is. She takes up my entire Traveler's Notebook page. Now another thing that I thought I would add, this die is one of the prizes in this hops giveaway, and I thought I would incorporate this beautiful die in the scene to give you a little bit of added incentive to go ahead and participate in our blog hop giveaway. So I'm a bit challenged at this stage. I'm thinking, how am I going to make these big? She's so big, and compared to the house, she's so small. But what I thought I would do is do a perspective kind of thing where she's close, so she's big, and in the distance there is a house, and because it's in a distance, it's at the distance, it's much smaller, right? My idea anyway. So this is what it looks like cut out of black cardstock, and I think I might just be able to pull it off. Let's just see how we go. You know, sometimes you have these ideas in your head and you hope to God that you're able to make it work. So I'm pulling out my stamp platform. These things are great for the big stamps like these ones here and the Prima Girls. So I've never used this rubber stamp before, and first time you use them, look at this, it's just a nightmare. So I'm so glad for this stamp pad. If you don't have one or you experience these problems like I do constantly, look, it's terrible. Yeah, you just kind of ink and apply ink and reapply. Anyway, so after like doing a dance and all that stuff, I finally got the full print. Thank you. And what I'm doing here is I've just got some copy paper, and I'm going to do a print here just on normal copy paper because I'll be fussy cutting it and using it as a mask. I'm going to stick it down to the traveler's notebook, and I'm going to mask around it. Now, I skipped the first part, so I'm using seedless preserves here, and I'm just trying to give the page some color. This traveler's notebook is the cheapest thing that I had on hand, and I didn't think that I was going to be using it or maybe abusing it so badly. These are the cheapest papers, and it's really hard to get good, smooth ink application. It's bumpy. I've put things from previous projects in there that I really shouldn't have. So this background right now looks like a hot mess. I'm really sorry. Let me just explain to you what I did. I added a circle die because I wanted to mask off a moon area. Then I added the mask of the gorgeous girl on top of that. Then I started inking. I then went in with, like I said earlier, the seedless preserves. Then I went with a little bit of wilted violet, and now I'm using the wild honey just to add just some color, a little bit of dimension, some depth to the night sky, or maybe the Halloween sky. And also what I'm doing here is just adding some black soot around the edges, trying to give it that kind of, that purple, dark, kind of creepy Halloween look. I'm about to pull off my mask here. Oh, I love this reveal. Look at this. Perfect. I love it. I love how the ink goes to the edges. And here we go with my nice big moon. Look at that. So, first stage achieved. So just having a look here at how it's going to look with the house on the side there. It's looking good. I'm feeling like this might just go ahead and work out. I'm bringing in my Prima watercolors. This is the Decadent Pies set. I love this set. It's pearlescent and it's metallic and it's got gold and silver and I love it. I agonized really over what colors to use for her. I used the purple and orange in the background, and I didn't want to repeat those colors. I didn't want to use black and red because I thought that they would be too bright and interfere with the Halloween colors. So I, I ended up trying this kind of gold and black scheme, and it kind of really worked. So I'm so happy with how she turned out, and I hope you enjoy her too. Um, I've got gold going in through the stockings, the stars in her stockings. I've got gold on the buckle. I've got gold on the stripes of her dress and on the frills. And I'm going to apply the gold in this skull area. The next thing that I usually find myself doing with these gorgeous girls is I often agonize over her hair color. Is she going to be blonde? Is she going to be black? Is she going to be redhead? Is she going to be a brunette? These are things I really, really think about. So what I did decide to do is I did decide to do the silver and kind of like black blue. I really thought I would be daring and do like a silver and gold here, and it worked just perfectly. So while I do that, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our YouTube Hop. If you wanted to join or get a chance to get the giveaway and win the prize that we have for you, I'm going to put a picture of the prize up in the corner here. Just to give you a little bit of incentive to join. So I'll tell you a little bit about how you can enter the prize. All you need to do is like my video and leave a comment below. Then you need to open the description box and find the link to the next video. And then you do the same thing there. You like her video and then you leave a comment on her video, and then open up her description box and then find the link to the next one. And so you just hop along from video to video until you come back to me. And that means that you've liked and commented on everybody's video in the hop, and then that will ensure that you are going into the draw to win the prize, which is this awesome Halloween pack from Auntie Vera Scrap and Craft. So there you go. The girl is now colored in, and I'm just comparing the two here. She looks awesome. I really do love how she turns out. I'm just putting in some orange cardstock at the back of the house here to make it look like all the lights are on. Spooky, spooky. So I am just fussy cutting around the edges there. I know it seems like it's really, a time consuming, but this part isn't. Look, it's just a big block at the back there. So I am just applying some PVA glue with my fine tip applicator, and the house is going on. There we go. So this gorgeous little girl decided that she was going to be brave, and for a big house like that, they've got to have a lot of candy, right? So she's thinking, right, I'm going to go get some really big candy. And I'm just adjusting my book here. My poor book is falling apart, really. Next time, I'm going to go ahead and get a real mixed media book. Um, all right, so I've got this die, this country fence die from Poppy Stamps, and it's really great because it's small and it makes it look like it's back in the distance. So I just cut two bits there and did a whole row of the fence. I've now got this stamp set, and I love the pumpkins from this stamp set. I've got a large pumpkin and a little one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out some just some extra elements that I wanted to add to this layout. Look at all that space at the bottom of the left-hand page. I was worried. I thought, what am I going to do? There's just a lot of space that really needs some filling. So I decided pumpkins. Yep, pumpkins are perfect. So I brought in this primary, or I think it's called the basic set from Prima. Look how messy it is. And I'm just going to do some coloring here. I'm going to skip over most of this. It's a bit boring. The cat gets colored in gray because I have a gray Russian blue. And the bat also gets gray with, I did try to do some feathering to emulate. Do they have feathers or fur? I think fur. The fur that's on a bat. I tried to add just some dimension. Fussy cut them out. Here they all are. And here I am now just trying to figure out placement. I thought it would be good to have the bat on the right hand side page because he's kind of in proportion with the girl. So everything on the right hand page and to the foreground of the scene is going to be large, and everything in the back is going to recede. So it's a full moon, and the full moon is rising, and all the things that come out to play. I thought here that it needed some grass, so I used my Fisker's grass punch to kind of fill in the bottom. She looks like she's floating there. I needed some ground, and the only way I could think of making it work properly was adding kind of like a grass border. I just fuss around here a lot. This took quite a lot of time. I kept thinking it was good, then I didn't like it, and I ended up liking that 3-2-1 pumpkin pattern formation. I really love the cute little cat sitting on the pumpkin, and I don't like that grass bit. I realized later on that the grass bit, I'm going to add more to it. I don't like how it's torn underneath her foot. There are some extra bats in the kit, in the die set, and I'm just adding them around the house just to give that extra spooky element to the mansion. I would never go trick-or-treating there. What is she thinking? So, going through my Tim Holtz Halloween stickers book, I decided to go with this really cool kind of story builder, right? So the first part that I picked says, Dorothy liked anything spooky. And the next sticker that I chose says, treacherously supplied by the imagination. So you can just imagine this little girl's imagination gone wild. She's thinking she's going to go up to that big house and she's going to walk right up and talk to the ghosts and the ghouls that live there and demand for her candy this Halloween. So I thought I'd bring in the pearlescent white in this decadent pie pen. I thought it would be a good substitute for the glow of the silvery moon. So tonight the moon is not a golden glow, it's a silvery glow. So I added that to the fence, and it was really good because it distinguished between the house and the fence. I also wanted to put some of that pearlescent white on the right hand side, or the closest side of the house to the moon, and on the bats, so that it looked like the moon was shining on the house. It was so thick there up at the top, and I go back in later, and yeah, I don't like it how it looks now, but it's not how it looks right now, because I do take that away and make it a lot thinner. I didn't realize that the cat's bow hadn't been done, so I decided to do that in purple. And I walked away for a bit and then came back and really hated the look of the one strip of blade of grass. So I went back in and I added more layers of grass to that bottom layer. Then I decided to just get in my green watercolors and add like strips of like flicks of greener grass and then grayer grass and then lighter green grass, and then I wanted to like tie it all in, so I added some swipes of green along the bottom, just to give some variation to the grass. It makes it look more realistic, I think. And I promise that's all I did. This is my spread, you guys, for the YouTube Hop and for Halloween. Thank you so much for joining me. Please go down to my description box, find the next video, and check out the next girl who is on the Hop. I thank you so much for joining me. Happy crafting this Halloween season. See you later. Bye.